Okay. And we're live. Okay, so welcome everyone to episode 9 of our podcast live stream. Till this day I really don't know what to call it. I just know that every Friday by 11 a.m. I come online and I just bear my mind out to everyone who cares to listen. And I thank you all for actually tuning in to actually listen and ask questions. And basically, let's just have like meaningful conversations. And even if you have meaningless conversations, I mean, like conversations were heard, opinions were shared, swears and buzzwords were exchanged, and everything turned out okay. Today, I'll just be talking about a bunch of stuff. I don't know when the crew are going to be joining in. But I think I'll just take on like a few things that crossed my mind, and be talking about a few things that I have seen this week. Also, I'm going to be answering like some questions that I saw on what's the name of this Instagram handle? Designers Discourse. So I'm going to talk about it a little more down the line, but let's just wait and see how this pans out. So first things first, I'm hoping that like the rest of the crew joins. So yeah, I'm actually hoping that the rest of the crew joins up before the day runs out. Even before the episode runs out, because if it's just going to be me, it's going to be a short episode, and I'm not going to have to make as much noise as I hoped I was going to make. So it is what it is. All right, just 1 minute. Let me put a word out to everyone that we're live, and you can join the live stream. Put an alarm because it is time. For some strange, inexplicable reason, I cannot, for the life of me, share my I don't know why this person keeps inviting me to play Call of Duty with them, but I cannot for the life of me share my screen, because each time I try to share, I am smacked upside the head with an extremely slow experience. If not, I would have loved to share my screen and basically talk about some stuff and review stuff. Okay, so I'll just put this here as well. Aha. Like, off your camera, go and wear in chairs. Because this thing that you just did, I cannot be having you calling me and trying to Simon. Who's that guy Simon? He's so nice and handsome. So I don't know Simon like that. Alpha.
My dear man. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. How many weeks did you miss? Did you miss 1 week or was it 2 weeks? I don't know. It begins to feel like 2 weeks.
It's 2 weeks actually.
2 weeks. Wow.
Yeah.
You see? And I had to push myself to come and do today's episode because
we were talking yesterday. Yesterday evening. I wanted to ask and say, guy, how far we guys do this thing today?
We actually
do.
Ah
And
man,
I was just on my laptop and my phone was
it's
vibrating because my Telegram is always vibrating when there's
it's
notification. And I saw R rated. I was like,
yeah.
yes, yes. I saw R rated. I knew that
Man,
yesterday. I knew that today was Friday. But as I saw R rated, I went to check my
yeah.
time again. I said, it's 12 has almost reached. Bye. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's all good. I did now.
I did. I'm good. It's not been like this week has been funny actually, quite interesting. Um, well, I think was it this week or sometime last week that we started that thingy on Design Jobcaster when we were like where we started
Yes,
crowdfunding actually.
last week. That's actually really, really nice.
Yeah, it was last week. It was I like the response was surprising.
Yeah, like funny enough, like it's not even nobody everybody wants resources like that. Like, see, guy, as soon as he gave me the details yesterday, I just logged in back. I was like, say, okay, okay, this thing is right. So this thing is right. So I was like, Simeon, calm
Yeah,
down.
you get like
I'll use my ninth plan to
I was
download it.
I will not lie, I was positively surprised. I was very, 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 very surprised when I saw like when I saw the feedback and I saw the response and everyone was just throwing money at the point I even got scared. Like, wow, hold up. You guys you guys are just throwing money at me. What the hell? Like, can you guys stop? I feel irresponsible for me.
That's what I was asking yesterday. That how far obviously they note this kind of thing down because
So I
it's
had to
okay,
call
that's small money, but if you lost
but
for person,
man.
a person go para.
No, so okay, all right. Let me even shout out to people who are currently on the live stream. Wale, hi, Wale. Bada. Okay, let me even give you. Crap. I don't know whether to actually share this story.
I was on the group yesterday when it
So
happened.
there was this thing that Bada actually. It's called Human Tone, and it was
Yeah,
like
I was
part
on the
of
group
the.
when it was
It
happening
was
yesterday.
his
I was
own
organizing my
campaign to actually push the Black Lives Matter drive, and yeah, he did it. Yeah, but he did like the decent and noble thing, and he didn't really like attach his name to it, but he did it, and then he now made it like a template, so like every other person can just pick up the template, download it, and then just stick their face to it, and then be part of the movement, which I
guy
believe
on
was extremely
D21 yesterday when it was when
yeah.
everyone was talking about it. I was like, Mado, hey. As in, I just left my phone for 20 minutes and I saw like 200 and something messages and I came back. I saw Leslie say, let's go to war. And I saw Avengers. I was like, Mado. But it's actually really crazy what happened. But I actually really like what the guy did after. Like I think somebody posted another post this morning of him making a post and mentioning Bada on it. Let me see. I don't know
Oh,
whether
yeah,
you saw.
so there was this guy on I think on IG and on LinkedIn, and so he just basically just you know co-opted it and then basically made it his own and put a name on it, but there was no mention of Bada. Now, in his defense, he didn't know it was from Bada, so I think he just like picked it and co-opted it and felt that okay, maybe it's since nobody has laid claim to
You
it,
know
and
those free pick templates.
maybe that's what he thought. You
Yeah.
know, no, so when this was pointed out to him after we
Yeah, you took it
moved,
down.
we were like a few inches from doctor guy. but but when this was pointed out to him, he was very, very graceful, and he issued an apology, reached out to Bada, spoke with him, and everything was cool. And I think it's that kind of maturity and responsibility that really got to me, and that I was
Yeah,
able to appreciate.
that's
It was.
even this morning. Somebody on the same on D21 posted
Mhm.
another. He made a post and he mentioned Bada. He designed another post and mentioned Bada on the
Yeah.
image. Let me see. Let me raise itself. Yeah, I'll send it to you now.
So it was I really really like I really really okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
like when I said, I was like, okay, this is actually going a step further and actually rate the guy.
hold up. It can't be that bad. You saying wait, what are you saying? WhatsApp or Telegram?
WhatsApp.
Oh, not seeing it here. For sure. Well, it's fine. Anyways, I'm pretty sure oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ. So I loaded we have to do this every week, so we might as well just do it. I loaded up 6 gig yesterday. It's showing me 1.2 gig left. Now that we've done it. And I'm really hopeful that
They should not play with me.
I'm really hopeful that maybe this stream will okay, you know what? Let me not play around and let me just load my normal 20 gig because I have this feeling it's going to end and okay, it's not that it's even coming on now. All right, hold on. Let me invite Shy One. Okay, send the link to Shy One.
What about Mudia?
Mudia, I sent a broadcast basically, but let me even get across to Mudia. I don't know. Mudia, anyway, I'm not. Mudia not sure boy. You get, he's living it up. He's talking like internationally.
Okay, it's been on Telegram. I think you can send it to him on WhatsApp.
Okay, I just sent him on WhatsApp actually.
Okay.
So I'm actually quite.
Yeah, Charles has been off here for the longest.
Charles. Okay, first of all, congratulations to Charles.
Yeah,
got admitted to one of those fancy, universities in the Obodo of Igbo, and
SU.
the Obodo of Igbo now. And but you can't take it away from Charles. Charles has been doing a phenomenal job so far.
Yeah.
At least if not just personally, but I mean not only just personally, but also for the industry. And it's been interesting to watch. It's been quite interesting to watch. So my man now is going to the Obodo of Oyibo to go and collect. I think it was a master's. I believe it's a master's.
I just saw admission. I saw the school. I never even
whatever it is, I am deeply positively happy for him. And I'm gonna do what
I'm going to do it and lecture them.
He will definitely do it.
Yeah.
Lecture them, knowing Charles.
There's no argument on that.
No. So there's a good chance. No, okay, not even there's a good chance. So I'm going to do this thing where the pastors usually doing on TV, and they're going to be like, stretch for your hand to the TV or to your screen and tap into the anointing of Charles. Tap into his anointing. And I'm on the back. I'm like, yo, if you're tapping into the anointing, wouldn't fucking finish or something? Like that's not greed, man. That's fucking greed. Stop tapping into people's shit. Go make your own.
Until you break the screen of your laptop. Keep tapping.
But I tap they tap last. All right, so hi to Jay Suleiman. Is it Suleiman? Okay, Suleiman actually. Jay Suleiman. Hi to Suleiman Focha. Hi to Lulokwe, Solana. Thank you guys for tuning into our stream. Really appreciate you guys. While we actually wait for Mudia and Shaiwan and Co to come online, so there's this thing I actually want us to do.
Okay.
We're going to be looking at some questions from you should know design discourse now. This
If Yeah, stuff here.
Yeah. So I want us to just take a look at some of the questions that are there, and then just
Okay,
provide
sure.
like our discussion around it. So I just sent you the link on WhatsApp, so we'll just take a look at
Okay.
it. But before that, something interesting came across my eye yesterday evening on Twitter, and
Came to your eye. You think you came to your eye?
calm down now.
Okay. See, Leslie, when I saw your comment yesterday when that guy first posted that image, the
Yeah.
screenshot from LinkedIn, I was like,
Yeah.
this is Leslie. This is fucking Leslie. Yeah. Then the other one of when somebody was asking about what do you do when a client is pricing you lower or something like that. I forgot where he said
Oh
that
my
you
God! That one.
when I saw it, I was like, God.
Yep. Oh my God! And the stupid thing is not far. Oh. We could scroll and look at it too. Is this something we can say on air? Yeah, fuck, we'll say it on air. Who asked the question?
Somebody asked the question in the group that what do you do when your client doesn't want to pay the amount you are telling him to pay? Then Leslie goes on to just went full on read and said that you send him a dick pic with I think a picture of
face at the tip.
it is face on at the tip.
With his face at the tip.
Then let them know that if it was that if I should come and answer you politely, that if is the polite person.
No, so like Ife has somehow mastered the art of saying yes aggressively and saying no politely. And it is a life skill, apparently.
Yeah.
Like it's a very massive life skill. Like you should see the way he actually handles his communication. It's always nice and stuff. Do you think you're not gonna say this guy you borrow
First time
guy?
I saw Ife at Transcorp in Abuja, came for UBA's what they call that their events, the Torelu Melu Foundation
Oh yeah, that one.
closing ceremony. Yeah, I saw him there, and immediately I saw him, I recognized him from Instagram. I went to meet guy. This guy was so chilled.
You get like it's unbelievable how chilled this guy is, and God.
It was very nice. I was like, Famo. Even took picture. I posted it on Instagram on his feed. I was like, I don't even know where the picture is now. Where did that picture is? Well, that was the first time I was meeting him, and it was actually really, really nice.
Ife is the prime example. No, Ife is the traveling designer because man, was it last year or 2 years ago where Ife was going everywhere? Like you couldn't blink twice without seeing his name. He was
He won
design competition. But man, all that. What? Ife motherfucker. And it's not hard to see why. Ife has this impeccable attention to detail, and that's what sets him apart. And
when I saw the case study of that logo that he did for that competition, I was like, mad. Like this is just it.
When I even saw the case, there was one that he took part of that LA. Is it LA or LA?
Yeah. Creative. I don't know how they pronounce that in Sha.
Yeah, and he won. And I heard about the creative, yeah. I mean, I heard about the contest. I wanted to participate in, but I think I got like busy. I was doing something weird. I can't really remember. So
where there's no money. Sometimes I was fetching more money.
Maybe I can neither confirm nor deny, but
without chance of competition.
So by the time I now like saw the winner and I saw it was the pair, and I read up the case study, I was like, nah, there is no way in this world I could have done better than this. It's not possible. I'm good, yeah, but I couldn't do better than this. Man, this nigga deserves this shit. Like he fucking deserves this shit. And he's a really, really great guy, and I wish him all the best moving forward. I wish him more clients. I want to see more of his work with Wonder Brand, and I think he's doing a fantastic work with Wonder Brand. I want to see more.
I read his article. There was an article he did that their designer did of him. I don't know if he published on their designer about a corporate designer. my member. Sometimes last year, he was talking about his experience working with a multinational and the rest and the rest. I'm like,
okay, first of all, dear designer, if you are listening, we are going to fight. I don't know why you have not, as in, come and interview me now.
God, let's interview on what? I write for the designer. So interview you on what?
Oh, wow, awesome. Okay, so this is where the challenge is now. I have no idea what I'm going to say. Like, but just ask me questions and I'll most definitely give you answers.
Okay. I'll look for something we'll do it together.
All right, no wala.
Discourse.
Yeah, so okay, but before we even do that, to that thing that I actually wanted to even talk about very, very quickly. Okay. So did you see that article about paper prototypes? I mean, that tweet about paper prototypes.
I saw a tweet, but I never put too much thought to it. A video.
No, it's not a video actually. It was like it was a tweet, and someone. God, I have this shit opened. Hold on, because when I saw it, yeah, I just sat down. It was hysterical. It was goddamn hysterical. Hold on. And then Shaiwan now comes and then drops this long ass shalaye under it. I'm like, nah, G, come on. we know we are trolling here, right? Like, slow the fuck down.
Yeah, Twitter nowadays for me is just coming
because you don't take it serious. Oh yeah, turns out okay. I even messed up. Apparently, it's a video. I think it's like it's a 5-second video. And if you go under this Twitter handle, UX Deals, they ask, is paper prototyping a waste of time? There is a large group of advocates of that statement. Prototyping is about bringing conceptual and theoretical ideas to life and exploring their real-world impact before finally executing them. Did we go too far with paper prototypes? And then under the video, I don't know. I think it's shit. You know what? Let me just send you this thing so that you can share your screen and then you can share your screen and then we'll talk about it. Okay. It was. You can look at it, man. Just look at it, then share your screen. And I've never back then, you know, when a lot of us were still trying to find our way around UI UX and all that, and then, you know, there was a lot of talk about paper prototyping. I even attended one Google workshop back then on design thinking, and there was this part where we had to do like paper prototypes. And to be honest, I could connect with it back then, but now not so much because. Okay, awesome. Aha, yeah, good. Full screen and play that video. So that you can see how ridiculous that shit is.
Same.
Okay. Bam!
This kind of punishment.
Oh, man, what the fuck is this?
Are we serious?
I'm telling you.
Every other interaction with paper.
You get like bam.
My father would think I've changed career. See, I really get the point. I really get the point of paper prototyping, but I think this is just too far.
Too goddamn far.
But why in the hell of Jesus' name is there something called paper prototyping? I get the point of I actually think the amount of time, the point of you doing low fidelity mock-ups and prototyping is for you to easily scale or present your idea and what you think the interface can look like. Yeah. So you now going ahead to do prototyping of this kind of nature, guy. This is
at this point, it's not even prototyping, it's fine art. It's fucking fine art. Okay, now in their defense, yeah. You could say that like different people articulate ideas differently, right? Yeah. And some people tend to, like in my case now, when I'm thinking of interactions, Sometimes I draw it, but for the most part, everything happens in my head.
Yeah.
You get, and all I just do is open up whatever animating software I want to do, and then I just start animating, and I won't stop until I get the result that I want. You get. Now, in their defense, sometimes you actually need to like play it out before investing effort and time into creating it digitally. Maybe like play it out on paper before investing effort and time into creating it digitally. But you see this prototype that this motherfucker did. This shit is fine art. Like
I think I saw this video when I was taking a course on IDF. I think it was IDF. I'm not so sure. I've seen this exact video. I think on IDF too. And
yeah,
I honestly think it's actually been, for most cases that we will actually be creating solutions for, I actually think is overrated and not needed. Like I said, yes.
Not why paper prototypes.
Yeah, paper prototypes, because the point of you creating anything low fidelity in the first place is to quickly scale up and present your idea.
And not turning it into what's it called, origami class.
I'm telling you, I'm not turning it into an assignment or something that is stressful. If you see my sketches, I saw some people's sketches. This is not even no shade. Everybody knows how to present their own ideas to fit what they have in their head. My sketches are not fine. My sketches are rough. Like I draw the box. It's not, most times it's not really even a complete box. One side is usually like bent because I'm trying to think and put what I have in my head, everything down. And like my sketch, I see people's sketches and they are so clean, like they're even using ruler and the rest. You know, everybody has what they really love. But fam, my sketch notes is not that clean because I am trying to put what I have in my head. If I now want to take it if it's now time for presentation, I can now say, okay, I will now transfer what I've drawn out on paper to maybe using balsamic or just using boxes and boxes on Figma. At least I know I've done that one before on Figma. So there was this job I had, and that one said I had to present all the wireframes. It's not wireframes. I had to present all the low fidelity mockups like the next 2 days. Guy, for different parts of the admin dashboard, the admin, the user, and the super admin. That one, it was on Figma. I knew what I already looked at everything, knew what I wanted to do. Guy, I'd never even sketch on paper. I was just adding the boxes and the circles on Figma straight up, like that. So imagine if that was a remote job. So if I'm be doing this one, I'm sending the video, and this is how you do it, and I add voiceover. Like everything has their own use cases. If I'm trying to, maybe if you're working on a children app or a child app, or there's a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old, and you use something like this to actually test out what the child, to see how the child will actually react to this. Then I think you might have an argument. You might actually have an argument, but in most cases, to even try this thing out safe in the first place, do you know that you have to teach the person how to use the prototype?
I say, like if you scroll down, go upwards.
To test this prototype out, you have to teach the person how to use this prototype. So have you not defeated the purpose of you presenting a prototype in the first place? Like you get
go upwards. Go to. Oh, Shaiwan is here. Man.
Hi guys.
I like you, Shaiwan.
How you doing?
We do. We just the cash quiz for Twitter. So, like one thing I said regarding this was, I think someone was saying something. Let me even go back to the original tweet. Where is it? There we go. I think it was Afadona. So Afadona now said, he said, is it a waste of time? I don't think so. The question is, when is it necessary taking the Nigerian tech ecosystem as a case study? And well, yes, in a way, he has a point. And then I responded, I like, likely, mostly never. And like, imagine taking a paper prototype to a boardroom of bank CEOs.
Instead of it to be presenting a PowerPoint slide or maybe a keynote
Oh my
slide.
God, or even finished product. You're taking the
See, like my exact point is still that for you to achieve. Okay, so the point of this prototype now is to actually test usability and to see how familiar the person is with your interface.
Yeah.
But to even use this prototype, you have to teach the person what to do. Like, how would I know that you slide something out of the screen of the phone? Like, if you're not teaching the person how to use your paper prototype, you are defeating the purpose, and your result of your usability test for this prototype is defeated. Like, I don't understand. You're teaching people how to use paper prototype before they now use your paper prototype. You're defeating the purpose. How will you not get biased results? The results will be biased because I will not even know that. Okay, see this part. Where is it, sir? See this part. See the part where that thing changed to love. The love sign change. How will I even know that thing will do like that, fam?
Yeah. I have no idea, fam. Who even thought of this level of detail? Like, you don't give a fuck.
Are you serious? So the first thing the person has to do prototype first. The person will go and try them. Will the results not be based on what I've taught him? You just give me back what I did. Oh, now for usability testing. You just use usability test to do as I do.
Yeah, depends on who you're testing with.
Yeah.
I feel like right. It actually depends because we've done something familiar like to this with what is his name? Gregory that does designs for AR and VR.
Okay.
Yes. So we did something. It was 100% a paper prototype. We never designed anything on the system, right? And we actually tested. We actually did testing with it, and it did not require so much explanation because we tested with product design students. You get.
Yeah.
So we did not really have to explain. All we had to do was, this is just pretend that this is the actual phone, right? And just pretend that you're doing it. So we changed the screens, like manually change the screen. So if you put in, say, username, email address, right? Email address, maybe password to sign in. When you click on the button, you just take out that paper and present it with the next screen, right? And we actually did not have issues with it. So like I said,
will you consider this as a low fidelity work?
This is low fidelity now. This is low fidelity, right?
But like the amount of work you're putting in to even test the ability of this is actually crazy. So imagine
it's not for everybody.
As opposed to doing this, imagine just you doing a Sigma design of boxes and shapes, circles, and all these things that is here, and just telling person to use it on your laptop. As opposed to you changing the screen manually when the person tap the paper, it's now enter password, tap the paper, it's a login, you now change the screen again.
So the thing is the thing is that okay. So the thing is this depends on like the context or the circumstance, right? If we are in a room, if I'm holding a workshop and I have 5 users in the room and I have all these stakeholders in the room and we are trying to come up, let's say a sprint, for example, and we are on the 3rd day where you're supposed to draw your ideas, right? And we've drawn all the ideas and we want to quickly test out. At that point, it is not really necessary for you to design on a screen. Like you can just sketch on paper and test with those 5 people, like on the spot, sharp. Do you get?
Yeah.
So, but if it is something that, let's say you have to do like a gorilla test where you have to go out and give to random people to test, I would not do a paper prototype. Do you get? Like
Yeah.
I would do like a UI thing. Like besides in Nigeria, we know sabi waiting this thing.
We know it.
We don't even know what this is yet. Like it depends on the okay. So there was this video I was watching about when Google was working on their is it VR or AR glass. So they brought Tom Chi, a guy called Tom Chi. Tom Chi is regarded as the father of prototyping. Like he builds prototypes in less than 45 minutes if he gets in the room with all the stakeholders and understands what is happening. So he built the first VR glasses, that's Google VR glasses also. He built the first prototype in like 45 minutes or less, and it was with paper, hanger, a few strings, and some other things where the guy just used to do that in sharp. And they got like a lot of insight. They got like a lot of insight from that. Do you get? And then that was when after they did that, they were not able to like flesh first, like flesh it out. And so in a case like that, where actually building a prototype, like an actual prototype, would take more money and a lot of time, then paper prototyping is like very, very good at that point. So for example, let's say you want to build a digital product, let's say an app that has AR abilities or AR features, right? That is going to take a lot of engineering effort and design effort to build.
It's almost as if
for you to test it's almost as if you're even building that. Imagine putting in all that effort and at the end of the day, come work. You now have to now go and start again. So they use like things like this to like they bring in paper prototyping because it's cheaper, it's faster, it's easier.
I support you when you said that this is good for in-house testing with like a very, very controlled method of testing.
Yeah.
You already know like 5 people and or 6 people, and it's just you and them, or you and your team. You are trying to do a design sprint, be like 3 days long, 4 days long, and trying to present an idea. And this will actually support team. This is like a team building exercise and support together and all those kind of thing. I support that. But if you're carrying this shit out and you're testing rough testing, your people go tear for Nigeria.
So but
then I don't slap you for studio.
Everything be this carry this thing come up for job. But I mean, it is possible, right? It is like really possible. Let me see if I
text.
I don't think we had videos, but I think we had pictures of us testing. Let me see. I think I wrote about it one time on Medium also. When I was doing year in review, then I think there are like pictures there. So the idea was like how to make voters, how to like make it easy for people to get their voters card and stuff. If I see, we started initially with Flux was in on it, Ayomi Dotun was in on it. Okay, so I just drop the link for who they share screen. Oh, you don't stop to share screen.
No, me, but if you send them, if you still share.
Okay, I'll drop the link for. So we're like, how might we encourage? So the design challenge at the end of the day, we were able to like streamline it down to how might we encourage more citizens to vote right? During elections. Yeah. So we like figured out that a lot of challenges that people had was, number one, actually getting their voters card. There were like so many barriers to getting their voters card. Then actually conducting the election, right? Like actually going for the election itself, there were like a lot of barriers, and so we're thinking around it. So I think we had this idea to have you go on a platform, put in your details, then put in your personal details, contact details, all those information that they usually collect when you
Yeah.
go to do your voters card. Then we now had an issue with biometrics. Like, how would you capture? Because even if you collect those details, right, at the end of the day, you still have to go to a center to do your biometrics, like your fingerprint, your picture, all those kind of
Mhm.
things. And you might end up meeting like one
Wait.
long queue. So we also thought about that, and we came up with this idea of having these things that look like ATM machines, where when you register online, you get like a pin, and then you go to the machine, you put in the pin, you put in your fingers, the fingers are scanned, you take your
And
picture.
that even reminds me. Sorry. Please,
Mhm.
who has ever used the fingerprint on some ATM?
I have.
ATM.
In fact, I used it yesterday.
Which bank?
GT Bank.
I thought those things are just for fancy.
No,
I
it's not
tried it
that.
because
So,
I tried it
so
with
here's
Trust Bank, but it's not working.
so here's the thing. Like, I don't have a GT Bank ATM card, and the story behind that, man, is fucking classic. So, someone traveled my card.
Yeah.
Like, traveled with it. Now, I send this thing back. Long story. And then, all right, fine. I'm getting ready to send it. 5 minutes later, boom, lockdown. Nobody's traveling. Nobody's sending shit. I'm like, okay, we got to figure out a way to make this shit work. By then, my what's it called? By that period, my Kuda Bank card, that one said don't cast. Because for some strange reason, water touched it and then it started melting or something. Like the
Um,
picture just got bad. So uh, whenever I want to make a withdrawal, is either I'm using 737 pay code, or I just walk up there, put my thumbprint, and it draws money, and everything is all good. So yeah, it works.
Okay, this is
that's
actually
so the one. So this
yeah.
is where we actually tested. Like, so this is what we would like the machines would look like, right? So those you have those two things from the top. It's supposed to like help put your head in the right position for your picture,
Mm-hmm.
and then this thing looks like um what is it, paper paper. But you see where the phone is, right? That
This
stuff
thing.
there is actually what's supposed to like capture your um your fingerprints. So you had one on the left and one on the right, like both hands, and then it captures it. Then when you see Gregory is like supposed to like the screen that tells you what to do at every point. So put in your pin, put your left hand, put your right hand. It also shows you how to put your hand, put your face and all that. And then so then we're actually testing the proposed interface, right? This we had no issues explaining. All we said was pretend that this is your mobile phone, pretend that this is the UI. We wrote out email, phone number, and they just followed it like step by step. So the test was really fast and easy. And we even iterated on the spot. Like whenever we had issues, we just brought out another paper, redrew and tested again.
Hmm.
Did you get? So it was like really easy to,
Was the paper moving?
get feedback on the spot, make the changes on the spot.
Was the paper moving?
Yeah, the paper now, like we managed switched
Okay.
the papers. You get.
Yeah. So that means you'll be able to get
So
our
I mean,
card like early next election. But this was like a test.
yeah, I don't get strength to to fight with Nigerian government.
Me even work for INEC office, guys. Still not got to my own up to now.
Guy, if you go tell them say let's do it like this, you don't out food
Yeah,
from many people's mouth. So
I'm telling you, I did my service in INEC Bauchi, and guy, see, most of all those processes are intentionally stressful.
Like imagine having to stifle like innovation just because you want to make money.
not be them again.
Guy, do you know the worst part? Like they use, like in my office, they use a printer for election, and after they use it to print voters' details for each polling unit, they put the printer back into the store, and when next election comes, they auction it out to the
Wow.
chairman of the chairman of that INEC Bauchi. And after they auction it out, the INEC Bauchi now sells it to INEC Cross River. Cross River guy now brings their own back to Bauchi, and boom,
Wow.
they bought new printers.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Actual wow.
That's serious.
Man.
That is serious. That's
Very, very
crazy.
crazy. Like they will not even use the printer again after the election. They just tuck it back into the store. Before next election, 1 month to next election, they do auction. So they just practically just switch it across another state, and the other state brings their own. So it's like brand new, but it's not brand new.
Nigeria,
Then,
Nigeria, our
then
country.
they've already collected money for brand new, and it's an auction. It's a government auction. So by the time they're auctioning printers of like 600, 800, 800, almost 1 million for about 250K or 150.
Better Nigeria for you.
Hey guy, this country.
Well, man, if you continue at this rate, we'll talk, we'll tire. All right, let's move on to something else. I beg. This go better now. All right. I think
So
we
you
talked
should
about.
move to design discourse.
Eh?
The design discourse.
No, not yet, not yet. I actually wanted to talk about PlayStation 5 a bit.
Oh, see, for fact, I've never had a console in my life.
Wow, that's sad. Why? Why
I
would
knew
you?
you were going to say that is sad. Okay, when I was growing up, my parents were not really focused on anything that was not education. So
Oh,
IS was school and IS was television as entertainment. And television said, we got to the time my dad stopped paying for subscription. And DSTV will call him after like 5 months and say, "Sir, we notice you are not be paying." My father will say, so I've told you, I don't want NT and channels. I don't want any other channel. People don't have that one, so I'm not going to pay.
old people and their mentality, yeah. Like it's
Yeah.
well, no. So
Crazy.
well, I don't want to. I don't want to go ahead and call it old people and their mentality because I mean these people lived in a different era and they had like different. They had a much more different upbringing than what we are currently familiar with. So like they are basically doing their best trying to raise you up, the best way they know how, and then
This same thing. Like, I was telling someone that the main reason why I will keep on arguing my parents if I'm not comfortable with something is because number one, this is their first time, so they're iterating with me as the firstborn.
exactly, yeah.
So I'm going to argue when I think it's wrong because, fam, me too, this is my first time. You too, this is your first time.
We are learning on the job.
I'm telling you, like, some of my learning on the job, so you cannot be coming and telling me. I'm like, fam, we don't know this thing together. Be humble. Like, that's the main reason I agree with them. Like, I'm even from like that's the main reason because I'm the first guy, so it's mean I may be sample case still. Like I'm the sample case. I mean, I may be scapegoat. So last, I'll argue with it when I think say okay, it's good. Some people say I'm stubborn, but you don't call anybody, man. I go argue. I go buy food for everybody for house and shawarma, and everybody go keep quiet.
Everybody will do all right. That's why. Don't come up with drink for everybody. I beg.
Yeah, PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5. Yeah, I mean, like, Jesus. So I got to discover this morning that like PlayStation only as does not they don't accept businesses who publish. I mean, they only accept games from certain locations. That's what I'm trying to say, basically.
So you cannot
If you're in Nigeria, you cannot publish on the PlayStation Store for some strange, unless unless your business is physically located in America or in the Americas, in Mexico. I don't know about France, but and Canada. So unless your business is physically located in those areas, you cannot publish a PlayStation game.
Okay, so I really don't have so much issues with that
I do.
because it's not as if we have so many people developing for PS5.
No, okay. What about those that were developing for PS4?
Okay, so even for PS4, the amount of resources you need to actually develop such game scenes and multiple difficulties and the rest is one that you actually achieve with different connections in the industry that will not actually, that by the time you get to publishing part, it's not an issue whether you're in Nigeria. Like the amount of work you would have put in and the kind of amount of connections you'd have gotten from actually building the game will actually sustain you to actually publishing regardless of your country. So for you to actually build a game for PlayStation 4, you're not just doing HTML and CSS.
No, of course.
Kind of yeah, there's some kind of expertise
you know, Sabi, man, sorry.
Yeah, so there's some kind of expertise you need that even getting those kind of people to work on it for you is more than enough for you to even get approval. So I just think maybe because they just feel that the many countries are not actively just looking at publishing for it, and even if you want to publish for itself, I feel your connections in such gaming industry is more than enough for you to actually get your game in PS5 or PlayStation already.
Yeah, well.
It's not being second. It's not HTML and CSS.
So the second thing I even wanted to raise up now, like I think we all know who's not going to get me a PS5.
Yeah.
You mean
I saw your message, messages when you said this morning to WhatsApp. You just asked me, Loki.
Guy, don't you buy it for yourself.
I want to get a girlfriend.
Guys, Shawan, you buy it for you guys. You have money, you buy it for yourself.
Shawan is your boy now. You get like you can afford it. But let's not lie. When it comes from when it's your girlfriend's money.
Yeah, when the money is being spent from another person's pocket, that's
because you think I'm have you not tried? Have you not tried?
We have tried though.
Or the kind of picture that I was seeing this morning on that PlayStation 5, I saw like different pictures thinking of how they are going to afford it, and so I'm like, I was seeing that it's actually speculatively to around $600 or $700.
Yeah, roughly around that.
The last one was 500.
500. Yeah. I mean, I think it's not bad. I'm actually curious. I'm more interested in what people are going to create, on the platform. I'm considering, heading to VR on a fuller scale, so to speak. But I don't know if time will allow me. But I actually want to dive into VR and create, virtual reality experiences. But
yeah, I tell you about my friend working actively on it in Trello. Is it Taylor? I don't know that's the name of the company. Derek. Yeah. Nice. Derek Milton. It's Taylor, Taeillo. Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor. And he actually posted a video of what he was working on recently. Let me see if I can find it. He's one of the co-founders of Taylor, Tribe Taylor. Let me see. Okay, yes. This is it. Let me share my screen.
Jumoke's company.
Yeah. Iman Jumake started it. So this is it. And I know we are working on we used to work on Instagram filters together.
You know, like that shit was fun.
The future for certain industries is like is it VR or BR? Those two things they confuse me. Augmented and virtual.
You
Yeah.
guys video? Hello?
VR.
Yeah, because
Yeah?
You saw the video?
oh boy.
What
Oh.
video?
No. Oh, okay. Yeah. I saw it, but it wasn't playing smoothly. So I thought it was like a series of
Okay.
images.
I'll just send a link then. So yeah, I know you have been working on VR stuff for a while.
Okay.
I delved into it to create Instagram filters, and I've ended up creating just patches. So, but yeah, it's actually doing it more because his own is actually more for development as opposed to just using Instagram's studio. Spark AR.
Spark, yeah. Spark is actually simple. I think
Yeah,
Facebook
it's
has
really
theirs.
simple.
Facebook has theirs, I think.
Yeah. Actually, really simple. I think with 15-20 minutes of staying.
Staying online, you can get a firm grip on it. You can start creating content.
Yeah, I created a filter for TEDx Kubwa, the event I wanted to hold in Abuja here before Corona came. This random question, this random question filter where people click it and it starts randomizing the questions. Then
Yeah.
I do something like that similar
That's cool.
with Spark AR, and I think that was in March, and just like it took me like 35 minutes apart from actually designing the images in Photoshop.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's actually easy. But if you now want to go to more difficult stuff, then you have to wear your cap well.
I don't.
Please, so what is the issue with you people dissing Xbox as a trash can and as a fridge?
Okay, so here's the thing. I will not like it does look like a trash can. I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I don't love the PS5. I'm on nobody's side because I don't I've never played any game in a long while. But you see that PS5 pad and the way it was popping out, fam, I am my ovaries are shaking if I have anyone. And still, I saw the video and that's mad. Like this is it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so then the Xbox is just the pictures I saw on the Xbox was just crazy. Like then the pad is still the same. They're just changing the outlook of the main console because they did not release almost the same thing.
True, Sha, but you've got to admit that the Xbox pad is one of the most. It's far more intuitive
Yes.
than the PlayStation pad.
Yes.
Although they are still bogged down by the same problems.
Which one? Which is
Navigating? I mean, like, but pads were not built for texting fields. It's frustrating.
fam. Imagine typing a Wi-Fi password of your phone. I fucking did it one day. Fam, you could just clear. After you type five characters, you say you make mistake. Oh Lord, make you type like 15 characters and it's saying incorrect password.
He cry.
I even saw, okay, so there's this maybe you know Timmy from buying coins.
Yeah.
He said that why don't PS4 look PS actually look at Sony look at creating a all-in-one TV just like the iMax that has the console in it, the screen, and it comes with the external pad as an option for people that, because for you to really enjoy the PlayStation 5, you have to have a really good television, like or
Yeah.
a monitor.
Like
Really
4K
good.
upwards, man. Yeah.
So if you can afford to buy PlayStation for let's say $650, fam, just spend another 500 for a television. Then people now say that apart from television, you need inverter. That's how Moody and I said that
Wait till happen.
apart from inverter, you also need internet router and subscription. I said I just
Even
replied all of them. I just replied all of them. The last task when I just target 1.5 million. Then trust Nigerian boys. By the time they release something at $600 in US, by the time it's coming to Nigeria,
no time for new run times 3.
guy, they are topping you with like almost 200k as profit. That's how iPhone SE came out, and it came out at $399, $400
Yeah.
in February. Guy, when I saw the phone in Nigeria, it was 350k.
Like, make it make sense to me, please. Make it make sense to me, please.
350k for something that came out at $400 in their retail stores.
It happened. What
You
can
blow
I
it on dollar. I see the dollar translation too is still, the dollar conversion is actually still, it's crazy. We'll be fine.
You'll be all right. All right, let's dive into what we are here for. Questions. Let me see. So let me just pick a number from 1 to 10.
10.
Why?
Guy, making decisions
Twice.
is difficult.
All right. So here's the thing. So here's the question.
Okay.
Now remember this is from Designers Discourse. That's the first thing. And let me even read out what they have on their bio, because I didn't cram it. So Designers Discourse is all about discovering your truth. It's an initiative from Wonder Brand to spark intellectual conversations among designers of all levels, from practice to business. And I think that's a pretty noble thing to do. Like, we need to have like more conversations. We need to actually talk to each other a lot more, because for some reasons, like, what a lot of people don't realize is that the amount of support that they're getting in this day and age, a lot of us who started back then, we didn't have.
I would love to say yeah, but
Talk on, I'm not hearing you.
I didn't start where you started, so I'm trying to know how to do kind of stuff.
We can't relate.
You can't relate, but I didn't have so much support there, Sha. There was no dear designer, there was no designer discourse. Everybody was just making money on a low.
You get, and they were feeling fine with it.
Yeah, but I actually really get what you're trying to say. I get it to a certain extent. I wish I won.
Yep.
I feel like Leslie now years of this thing they go they talks, but so I only little knowledge.
No be years of experience, not decades of experience.
Don't worry, I think my decade of, before I can start seeing decades of experience, I think that'll be like in 3 or 4 years time.
Yeah, never too far like that.
Decade.
Maybe before we know they even think about ourselves.
Yeah, good point.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
I saw a question for episode 10, but I never really. Here's a question: is it advisable to ask clients what their budget is for specific projects, or just state the financial cost based on the project's scope?
Okay, so yeah. Okay.
Yeah, as in yes. What do you mean?
like that yes answers both parts of that question. So you have to be a lot more specific, fam. Do I read the question again?
I'm sharing my screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can say yeah.
Yeah, I can.
So is it advisable to ask clients what their budget is for specific projects, or just state the financial cost based on the project's scope? So
In this case, at least with the small experience I have,
mhm.
I don't fucking care about your budget. Like I care about it, but I don't care. In the sense that, yeah, I get the point of asking the budget scope to know how thoroughly the person wants the job done, how you can play that into your own cost and everything. But there's also the part of you knowing the amount of value you're bringing to the table,
Yeah,
and they're not willing to match it monetary wise.
exactly. That's
Because I am working for you, I will not work for you except if I know that I am gaining something of equal value. You want what I want, you want what I know, and you have to pay for it. So if for me, the definition of value for a project, the least the least value for a monetary value for me on a project is, let's say, I have it. So I don't even have a price list. I hate the point of a price list for creative people because I think it's useless and it's pointless.
oh god,
Because
I hate that shit. I hate it when clients ask me for
no
that.
two jobs are the same.
Yeah,
No two jobs are the same. You might be doing the same UI screens, but guy, maybe still the same thing. Like, so I was looking for two people, and so they wanted two different WordPress websites. The first person knew exactly what she wanted. Guy, she gave me exactly all the pictures, exactly all the text. Told me that, okay, this is what I want. This can be this. This should be the call to action. This is it. This is it. The second
yeah.
person just sent me one long rubbish PDF. I was, and
And
told me that I should start with that one. I'm like, what the fuck? So, like, imagine you pricing two of them the same thing when you know that the other person has actually relieved you of your duty. As in, the first person practically broke everything down. This is the copy I want. This is the call to action. This is the button text. This is the image you put up here. This is the image at the bottom. Every single thing. The other person just dumped all the information and said, "Guy, figure it out." So you now see that the amount of work you put in.
they would expect that you collect the same money.
Yeah, exactly my point. Like exactly. So, so you now see that, like, so when it comes to value for me, it has to match. Like it has to be on the same scale, right? It's
Yeah,
close to it. And for that, I usually just have a minimum price for things I do so that I'm safe. Because I don't know how to do price list. I see it as absurd. No two jobs are the same. So I should have a price list and say, oh, for a website I charge 200K. I don't understand. Someone that say you should design YouTube for 200K. Are
man.
you? So since no two jobs are the same and all job prices will be different, I just have a minimum. And when I have a minimum, if what you are doing is more than my minimum, of course, it's always more than the minimum, but of course, minimum is what I cannot go lower than.
Yeah.
And you're not willing to at least match your job with the minimum and what with my minimum price, I just tell you bye bye. But in very, very few cases where I know you, and of course I know that okay, this thing makes sense, this. And there's some projects you just take on yourself and you know that it's actually you're actually not gaining so much from me, but you just like the job and you enjoy the job. Of course, I go ahead with those ones. But the job, but work that is even crazy. You said you are just correcting because you want money too. At least the best you could do is get more money that will take away the pain. So for me, I
Money
don't have a
that
minimum.
will take away the pain.
Is it?
Money that will take away the pain. So I kid you not. I actually did this to one of my clients. Well, the person isn't really a client, more of a friend than a client now. So I now give there was this gig that I did for her, and then So I had to do like a breakdown of the pricing and all that. So she was going through the pricing breakdown, blah blah blah. Then she now saw one particular pricing. So like, let's explain this one. I was like, yeah, it is what it is now. Do you know what I actually wrote there? You want to know what I wrote there?
What did you write?
I wrote, and I quote, "How far remuneration?"
Fuck.
This is remuneration for all the how fars you are going to tell me.
I get.
How far?
I understand.
How far? Like, fam. My psyche, my inner man takes a hit whenever I see that shit. So I need to be very good for that.
Insurance for Wala.
That shit is funny. I need to try it.
I've actually done it before, but I actually not presented it as Wala money. I just added to the audio extra man. And they say, why is it expensive? I say, it's because I used to do a good job. I'm not just saying Wala. So when you're telling me how far around 4 a.m.
Like,
I've already collected your money, so
if I collected your money and calling me by 4 a.m. to ask me how far, like, I will tell you, man, ask me this question.
I did a job for somebody, and the person was sending me reviews around 4 a.m. How to collect person money for this country? See, you don't
everybody they vex.
I swear. As in,
so Shaiwan, what do you even think about it? About the
so you know this, I think I came across something one time and the person said red flags, right? One of the red flags of clients that will disturb your life and will like make you regret taking that job is when you ask for a budget and they tell you we don't have a budget. We want you to tell us your price. That is like a red flag.
yeah.
Because it is a red flag, not just that they are window shopping, that's one. It is also a red flag in the sense that this person probably lacks proper planning. It means that you don't even know what you want to do and you've not planned for it, right? It's different when you come and tell me, okay, look, I have an idea. I want to do XYZ, but I don't know how to go about it, or I don't know exactly what it entails. It's different. But than for you coming to tell me, oh, I want you to design for me for XYZ, and then I ask you what is your budget, and you tell me that you don't have a budget. So what were you planning on? What, like, waiting if you want use pay me, right? Or I mean,
it actually shows that you don't have the you want.
You don't know you don't know what you're doing yet, or like lack of proper planning, and that's going to stress. That kind of client is going to stress the hell out of you when you start working with that kind of client, because you might have everything planned for yourself, right? A way that you want, like your workflow and all that, and those kind of people will keep trying to break your workflow. What's taking so long now? You understand that kind of thing? So I feel like that is like a red flag. It is always good to ask, okay, what is your budget for this project? Oh, my budget is 500K. Okay, 500K. Okay, so the truth is, to do something of this scale, 500K might not work. You might need to bump it up to 800K, and I'll tell you why. XYZ, right? And if the person is serious, it goes back to readjust. I think both of them are important, actually, knowing the budget and then stating like a financial cost based on the project scope. Because sometimes the budget that the client has might not be enough for the scope. Do you understand? Because probably they are not well informed. So I think both of them are important. For me, I usually ask for, I have a base price, just like Simon said. He has like, I don't have like if you want to do only 12 screens, you pay 10,000. If you want to do only 6 screens, I have a base price and I don't go below that base price. So irrespective of your budget or the project scope, it is my base price, because my time is important to me, right? And I know that I stress a lot. And then for me to take on your job, if it is a freelance job, means that I will have to stress even more. So the thought of that stress even more is the baseline money first. So when we know the project scope, we can now add on top of the base amount. Do you get? I
Yeah.
always tell people to think of it this way. For the fact that you are a graduate, means that you should have a base amount on yourself, because you need to get all the money that you spend for school fees. You need to get back, all the time and sacrifices, that you had to do, right? When you were in school, in monetary value. That's the whole point. So if I am a graduate and I have over 3 years of experience, right, working with people, like professional experience, then I should be worth something with or without a job at hand. So just think of it that way and give yourself a base value that way.
Nigeria.
Get
Like I do it here.
Oga,
Nigeria.
so this is Nigeria, right? And you have to be smart about it, sha. So so me, what I do is I just tell you, this is my base. But if you want me to go cheaper, then I will do it in form of a discount. And I will state it in your invoice that this is a discount. So that when you're referring somebody to me, you don't go and say, I did it for you for 150K. When I told you that my base is 200K and I was giving you a discount of 50K. Do you get? So that you don't go and say, and then maybe that person can actually pay more, but because I did it for you for 150, the person will now be trying to shortchange me. You get? So it's always good to I think I've had that issue before, and I sent the invoice I sent to the former client, and I said, look, this is my base, and I gave him a discount. If you want to discuss a discount, then we can discuss a discount, but do not insist that it is what I charged him, because it is not what I charged the person who referred you to me. You get? And that solves that. Right. So I have a base, and when you bring the project, we now discuss, and then we can add on top of that.
So on the part of you at budget for Nigerian clients, especially Nigerian clients, I'm stressing this because Nigerians are peculiar people. They are special. They are the chosen generation. And so for the part of asking for budget, so let's play it from a business person's, from the client's point of view. When you ask for a budget, in their mind, some of them would actually, like most of them will actually never tell you the true budget they have, if they actually have a budget in the first place. except if you're talking about multinationals that already have procedures for doing things and stuff like that. But Nigerian businesses might not really tell you the true budget.
See, anybody that hides the budget from you, anybody will hide the budget from you, you don't want pay. You know one pay, guy. Anybody will hide budget from you. You know one. In no say you don't want pay better money.
Guy.
Negotiation in Nigeria is to bring you down, like bring you down to your lowest.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Anybody that hides the budget,
Shaiwan,
you know one pay you the money.
90% of Nigerian clients
don't want to pay. Guy,
I don't know. Come, Shaiwan, I'm beginning to suspect you. Are you in this country with us?
I am in the country with you now. I am so. You know, say this thing, but like different realities, but for different people. Me, when something like that, I don't really stress, because like I've always known that. Okay,
no matter the amount you tell them, let's say you didn't even ask for the budget in the first place, no matter the amount you tell in Nigerian clients, it's always telling that we don't have the budget for that too. That is higher than what I thought. I have never seen anybody that said, let's see how we can. Nigerian clients that will say,
let's see how we can make it work.
Now let me tell you what happened. It was fucking spectacular that day. So the client walked up to me. I want to build this. I want to build that. blah 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 blah. These are all the features. How much? I'm like, I scratched my head a little, trying to think of a number. And I told him, all right, sir, this is how much it's going to cost, 200K. Yeah, looks at me like I just insulted him. 200K? Are you serious? I'm like, no, 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 no. That's wrong. See, I'll give you 600.
Yeah.
I'm like, you mean I'm? Hey. You understand? Now, this person now. This client is a very technical person, so he understood what it took to get the job done.
Yes.
So when I was,
He was seeing that 200K was too small.
and
he was seeing that, and he was doubting if 200K will actually do the work.
not that he was doubting. He knew that for the quality of work that was expected, and most importantly, so that I do not grumble when he's asking me how far. 200K will not solve this problem. So give this guy a sensible amount of money so that if dead in the night and he's on top of a woman and I call him and ask him how far, he will respond with glee in his face. And even if he's not happy, he will still respond.
I mean, so the thing is, it's being actually smart about it.
For on design job cast at one time, there was the time someone was looking for a product designer in Abuja, and after the all those, I called one guy. The guy said I just called another guy. I called another guy. I called like 3 people before I got to the main guy. And I was already like, Madu, Kini protocol, you need to. If you now reach there, they'll not be spitting rubbish. I said, let me shall go. But we arranged for the time. I went to meet this guy. Elderly man would be maybe in his early 50s or late 40s. And yeah, me, I was with my bag, just walking to the office with khaki and everything, and the guy was looking at me like, okay, guy. First thing this guy spit out was after we discussed that, he never tell me the project, nothing. He was telling me that it's a contract job. I'll be coming to the office 8 to 5.
Madu.
Now, as he's just said, I will come to the office. I was like, say, fine, mama. Oh, mommy, man. Let's just be seeing, Sha. I didn't even actually have a problem coming to the office. If you can pay my money to become leaving my room every day, fine.
You get it.
Money is what makes me happy. So if you can pay more, no wala. I told him that okay, for what he wants, I'll actually charge him about 300 to 350 in a month. And the guy was like, guy, this guy is legit from English to Yoruba. Kilo Jena.
Before.
As he speaks to Yoruba,
when they want to start begging,
this one does not
become Nigerian.
I'm telling you, this guy was already forming boss. No. Guys, I told him price was like Kilo Jena. Abro ni wa. I said, what does he have? He said he has 60K. I just laugh. I just laugh.
60,000.
In my mind, I was like, this is mad.
Like to
and I said, sir, I think the best I can go. Yeah, they wanted to create a new product in like 3 months.
Wow.
Nothing has been done already. So they're just gathering a new team, gathering developers, gathering a new team, and they wanted to get the product out in like 3 months.
In 3 months.
I'm telling you, a freshly new product.
They never make API or nothing in 3 months.
I said they never even follow developers talk. That was the first meeting was that day with all the supposedly team members.
Man,
thank you for your time.
I said, sir, the lowest I can go for you. The lowest I can go for you is 2.
You know,
like 3 months. I was just like, this guy legit went on to ask me that how old am I?
What?
I'm serious. He was like, I look young.
How old are you? You're not supposed to be using. You're not supposed to be that. You're not supposed to be holding that amount of money.
Yes, no. He told me, what do I want to do with that kind of money? So he said, I'm just 23. I told him I'll be 23 this year. I was like, you just be 23. What are you doing with 300K per month? I was like, I was like, this is the end. I said, so I don't think this can work with me, but I have to go now.
What's the answer?
Yeah, so when it comes to negotiation in Nigeria, the aim of the negotiator is to bring you down to even doubt the
Bring
value
you down.
of the table.
Not that to the value that he can afford, to the value that he will pay you.
And as in to bring you down to your lowest and make you think you don't know what you are thinking about in this life. Somebody will be asking me how old am I? I don't like I can even paste it on my head. If that's what you want, if you can pay me 600K, I'll wear my age in my head. No problem. But now telling me that what I want to do with that kind of money now shows that you don't even have respect for me as an individual, as a professional, regardless of age. And that shows me that that is even not red flag number one. The red flag number one I even had was him switching from English to Yoruba as soon as I told him. That is not even my first time. So I already have
Simon. What product was it? What kind of
when he's
Morning, guys.
give?
it will be all these payments now.
Morning, man.
He wanted to do fintech. All these say I want a new idea. I want a new idea. Wallet system at you now use space stack as API. This is a new idea. There's something different.
Very different indeed.
I was just laughing.
Like there was a guy that is okay. One guy came to my meeting. He said he wanted to build something like Uber, but with 100K. I was like, the fuck out. Like you get the fuck out.
It's not just to design.
I have this client here that so he's not a direct client of mine. It's kind of like a client of the guy that reached out to me. So, and he said something rather interesting. He said something to the effect of, in the client's mind, he has paid a lot of money for this logo.
Yeah.
This money we are talking about is 100K. And it's not just logo I'm doing for him. Shit, get. I'm doing logo. I'm doing like typical visual identity, and I'm also helping out designing some other assets for the product that he's building. And I didn't know how to now stop the guy and tell him that no, what of this thing? How 100K for logo. And those guys, anyway, I really should not make a lot of noise because because I'm trying to do 100K logo in this Nigeria. Now you go work out well. You go work out well. And it's those cheap paying clients or those clients that want to like strike you down and don't want to pay your full value. They are the most frustrating.
Demand like
they don't believe they don't believe that. I think I don't know why I'm not articulating this thing well because I think it's paining me and the word truth. They believe that this money they are paying you is too much and they must use every last kobo.
You must sweat for it.
You must sweat for every last kobo.
Yeah, there was this client I was doing WordPress site for her, and she said like when we were starting, the starting self was even rough because the price that the person told her was this discount price I told that person. So I did the first job for a friend at discount. That she now liked what I did for her. She now referred me to her friend. She now told her the same price I did it for her. But meanwhile, she did not. When I now wanted to agree price with the second person, she was like, "Oh no, that CB is that price I did for her friend." I'm like,
"Mado,
what you and your friend they do not be the same thing." After forth and back, the friend messaged me, said, "Oh, Simon, I now know that it's because of this." And she saw what her friend sent me. I said, "Simon, don't be angry. Okay, let's agree a new price." We fixed a new price, and guy, I delivered you. I now sent it to her, sent handover document for the WordPress site, details of everything, what we hosted, every single thing, sent it to her email. Oh yeah, now pay my balance. She's telling me that She just wants to be sure and to make sure that everything is. She does not have any other review to send. Like I said, okay, guy. First day went okay. Second day, maybe she's busy. Guy on the third day, I messaged that Kilode. Hi, good morning. I have sent you this another document for 2 days now, and I've not heard any single thing from you. She was like, oh, she has been so busy. I'm like, are you mad? On Sunday afternoon, you sent me mail that please let me change it. You did not tell me that you did not ask me that I was busy. Yeah, give me that you are busy with you I did. Don't people think this anything?
Oh, God.
You are busy.
There's a point where you question to a statement of fact.
Guy, before I handed over, like she sent me a mail on one Sunday like that. And please, I should help her quickly change this link for some of our staff. And LinkedIn profile. I should quickly change the link that she has a presentation in the evening. When I saw the mail, I was like, which kind of rubbish is this? I shall change it. Now to pay my money, you're telling me you're busy. Also, you finish your presentation now. You're busy, Abby. Why do people not just put themselves into people's shoes?
Okay, I think okay, guys, slow down. Simon, calm down.
We're
going to do our math. So I think we should pick another question and then we'll just talk briefly about it and then we'll call it a day. Pick a number from 9.
You say?
Pick a number from 1 to 9.
7.
Okay. 7.
7. Let's see. What is the highest you've ever? No, we've answered this question before. Go.
We've done something.
Yes, we have. Yeah. Next question.
8.
Pick number. Okay, 8.
8. Okay, 8. What key factors should be considered when designing a logo for a product or a business? It's time for you to step up, mind.
What?
Yeah, we talk what? My friend, talk answer this question, Jerry. Yeah, answer what?
Madu.
Oh, yeah. So, what do you think? What factors do you consider when designing for a business or a product?
Well, for me, after my own, I consider what the logo is going to be used for.
Yeah.
Like the touch points of the brand, like example of places where logo is actually going to be used for. Okay, it's going to be going to print. Is it largely going to be a digital logo? Factor in cases of, okay, will this brand be heavily dependent on printed materials?
Mm-hmm.
Then there was a time I had to do a logo for, what's it called? It was when the guys came, they wanted to they're a new betting company, so they were bent on a certain type of logo. They sent sample of what they wanted, but those stuff they sent, by the time you print it on that their betting tickets, the logo is going to be so lost, like you're not going to be able to see it. So those factors, you have to put that in, have that at the back of your mind. Okay, if I print this stuff on a pen, how is it going to look like? That will determine if you are going to go for combination mark or just a logo mark that can be distinctively seen anywhere. You get?
Yeah.
So one thing I always make sure I put first is that scalability. That
Exactly.
scalability. Yeah. So it should be able to scale across all medium wherever you put it. Should be able to work well. Yeah. So scalability, your usual research.
So okay. So who else here does logos? Simon, do you do logos?
When I say design, but that I don't call that a logo, Sha. No, I will just call it equals 5K and 10K that thing. I really did one that I think I still really love and still makes sense up to now, Sha. But apart from that, all the many ones are just part of the
Shall
loss.
Nope, I don't. I'm not sure I can do logos in my life.
Wow. That
But
was
the
that.
kind of friends I have now, seeing that what I was doing there was shit. I was just reaping people. I think the value was mutual, you know. You wanted something that 5K, so all good. And there was something that Praise said in their podcast, Praise and the Blatter, I think that's what they said that for every price point creative person we have, there's actually a market for it.
Yes. Yes.
So so if you decline budget is 5K, there's someone that can do it for 5K.
All those
Just
guys
ask
say
me
they
where to
do
look for.
3D for wall.
3D logo.
That's not flex.
Where? Jesus. I don't care.
Guys, I saw one recently and I was like, mad. How do people do this? Let's see if I can get it up. Yeah, so let me show you.
Where did everybody go?
Well, we do.
Yeah.
No, going.
See it.
Jesus. What the Jesus, what the remove this thing from my screen.
And what's the point?
Oh my god!
Indomie.
Oh Jesus! No!
Oh God.
How did you the other one?
Jesus.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Guy.
God. My hands is burning me.
has got to be the height of 3D.
Ah, no. What is meant to be now? Like, what is this?
Oh, fuck. Come on.
What is this now?
I don't understand. Why are you asking me? Was it without fuck? This guy, a wicked person.
Guy, how is this logo not good? It explains exactly what the person is.
Guy, like, you have a conglomerate
It
of
explains what the person is.
logos
doing.
here. Like,
It explains what the business does now. Why are you like this?
what is this now?
What business does. Apart from that, guy, the person is a provision store. Oh, my provision store. She sells Danone. If you need any of these things, you can easily.
Guy, come on, I
legit want to punch my phone.
What can I when you are?
What the hell?
Spendy.
Guy. God.
You know what? I see. I can't anymore. I can't move forward anymore. On this note, we call it a day. Oh, this is what we call it
Yeah,
again.
this guy would have been 2K. Like,
No. Taiwan. God. Jesus.
You know why you don't see this?
God. As in Jesus Christ.
not
Allah.
about
Wow.
what people say. Not about.
So this
It explains the business well.
It's very sweet. This guy.
It explains the business well. The phone number is there. What more do you want? It's a provisional store. You know what the provisional store by looking at the logo alone. So
Wow.
it serves the business well.
What?
Betty variety stores. And she's showing that the varieties in the logo. You are not serious, John. And Betty variety stores. She's showing the variety she has in her store. Indomie, custard, Milo, Nano. See oil itself. In case you want Indomie itself, don't even say it.
Jesus Christ.
I just want the guy we collect the money for this thing. Like, actually get my collect the money, put out for your pocket. Like, you actually without confidence and without pride and confidence.
The funny thing that
the money,
for people like this,
my work don't finish.
For people like this, actually, I've done a logo. I'm sure the guy would have sent us samples, and she would have loved them. And she was like, "I want exactly this."
Exactly this. The logo, but it should be angled like this. In fact, most importantly, I want it to be a 3D logo. At this point, you just lose your fucking shit.
Like, how do you now put on a letter-headed paper? That's it. She doesn't even need for letterhead. What are you just laughing? She doesn't even need for a website. She doesn't have a website. She doesn't have letterhead. Just wants a logo that she'll be sharing on WhatsApp. And all of you are here. I beg you, Joe. I'm not serious.
Just do something very stupid right
Our
now.
Facebook account is even there. Our WhatsApp number is there. Our own personal small phone number is there. What's now needed? This is a business.
You watching? Please, this is not a logo.
This is a logo, please. Stop that. Somebody collected this as his job. Don't stop spoil somebody's business. This is a logo. For this guy did research on our audience, and this is what our audience wants.
Guy will go so keep you come out for this call.
Walai. Don't ever design a logo again.
Wait. When I come, when I I'm arguing for this guy, but listen to my point. See, this lady had a problem that design could solve.
Yes.
Saw samples that this guy had done. Similar things. Let's say a shoe brand, they put Adidas shoe inside, they put in phone number. She wanted a way whereby people will be able to contact her because she'll be sharing this on her WhatsApp status.
Yeah.
That is her problem. She told this guy exactly what she needed, where she would be using it. This guy said, okay, the best thing to do will be to show the values in her name in the logo. Put our contact number. If you're even social self and you're using Facebook, you can order through Facebook by messaging her with this her name. Yeah. Finish. It has solved that problem. Not just the implementation is just the one thing.
Oh, boy, I beg. See. Thanks everyone for listening and tuning in. Thank you guys for actually coming. Shy One, Gift, Simon. Thank you guys for coming. This is episode 9. Hopefully, episode 10 is going to be next week. And I mean, we have to do a giveaway.
Sponsored by our daddy.
Tani Daddy.
Tani Daddy Akele.
No. Objectively, the richest out of all of us, objectively, is Shy One.
Walai.
Oh God!
I better go.
All right, so definitely we are going to be doing some kind of giveaway. Might not necessarily be money. It might most likely be we might do giveaway, and it might be maybe like a 1 year free pick subscription.
Mado.
It might be it might be a subscription based giveaway. Just give it to like one person or two people, depending on how the spirit leads, and and yeah, that's it basically. That's all the giveaway I can afford, because like nobody's like, we are doing this for free and we are giving our time. Sure, you understand that me and the boys, we are basically just giving our time, and nobody's doing this for free, so don't expect money. Sorry. Well, thanks everyone for coming, and have a great day. Enjoy the weekend. Have fun. Do something awesome. Do something creative.
Yeah.
Check on
Don't
your.
design logo with people's phone number.
Don't design logo. Phone number. Don't create 3G logos. Don't use that really irritating mock-up that everybody already knows by now.
Please, and please.
And we'll be seeing you guys next week, man. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
What the fuck was that, fam? Bro. I'm going to end this stream now.
Commodity for screen now.
I've laughed myself to stupor. I'm supposed to end the stream now, but I can't stand. I can't. I actually can't. Simon, you ruined me. You ruined my day. Why?
But like, I wanted to eat now. My stomach is doing me somehow.
Oh.
I can't eat again.
Okay. Let me end this stream now. Yes. And the stream has ended.
Bye.
Ah.